Rose from Big Ready Horsemanship. We're here again today with Chelsea, who you met in our first part of our English or to Western transition differences, whatever you want to call it. We're back again today. So Chelsea, what did you take away from yesterday? You've had a little bit of time to kind of process all that information.
It was a lot of information, but it was very informative in like the sense of using your leg very differently from English, which is hard for me to get used to. And it's like for the hips it feels strange too, and then I have to like realize that it's not like in my heels as much as like the English world is. It's more coming from my calves.
So how do you feel like you're using your leg differently?
You constantly have to keep a pressure on the horse, unlike like English is more on and off, so you always have to be like pressured, and then if you want to stop you just kind of let go, which is extremely not what I'm used to. So
right. Now, do you feel like your legs kind of stayed in the same place, your legs in a little bit of a different place, or is everything kind of different just based off of
everything's kind of different?
Poor Chelsea.
Everything is upside down.
All right, before you move on, the whole pressure thing, let's talk about it again.
Okay.
It's pressure, but it's how much you apply.
Okay.
You don't have to keep squeezing and working super hard. It's a light pressure. You ask softly. If he doesn't listen, then you add more.
Okay.
And you're kind of using that pressure, like if you want to go straight, you're riding straight, 2 legs on his side, keeping his rib cage straight. If you want to go left, it's more right leg to push him around that shoulder. If you want to go right, vice versa. If you want to stop, it's just seat leg off. Okay, so it's not continually fighting and pushing, but it's a soft pressure. More pressure than you're used to.
Yeah.
Coming from the inside of your calf.
Yeah.
Not your heel, not really thigh as much. Okay, keep going.
So, is there anything else? Because you talked about your legs, your seat's different. What about the way you're sitting? Do you feel a difference in the way you're using your seat one way versus the other?
Yeah, it's
Other than feeling like a fish out of water, because it feels really awkward.
You're more like on your butt, I guess, opposed to like sitting up straight for English.
Right.
And then like my arms too are different. Like I can't, or at least like English, you're used to like keeping like your elbows and everything still. You can kind of be more relaxed.
Yeah. And so talking about, Chelsea and I kind of talked about before we started the seat, because that was one of the first things she said when she came today was, how long did it take you to get used to the way your hips and your hip angle and everything being different? And for me, I was thinking about, in an English saddle, I rode in a close contact, and I really like a super narrow twist in a saddle. This is a ranch saddle, so it's definitely wider, and I feel like the seat has more of a round shape, so like you're always picking up something, where that close contact with that real narrow twist really had a super closed hip angle. And so it's totally different to sit, and you just feel like a fish out of water for a little bit until you figure it out. And so those were really, I think, what do you want to get out of today?
Really figure out how to use like my calf correctly.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to put you back out, and we're going to work on transitions. Now, we just kind of practiced a teeny bit. I want you to think about, it's all seat and leg. You're driving that hind end, less hand. What I like to think about when you're riding two-handed, just a performance horse, and we're not talking Western pleasure or cow horse or anything. We're just talking 2 hands in a Western saddle, tuning a Western horse. That's all I'm talking about. Is I want him to think about picking up his shoulder. So that's when we kind of did the turns. Instead of pulling him through the turns, I want you to ride him forward, and then you're going to kind of think it more than you do it, but you're going to pick up, if we're going to turn right, you're going to pick up his right shoulder just a tad, and then use left leg to kind of push him around, like around the corner, sort of. And then once you make your turn, 2 legs back on and ride straight. Okay? More energy comes from your seat first, not your heel, seat, and then your calf. You can post, and then when you stop, it's just sit, relax, whoa. Now, Chelsea had a habit. We watched her in the beginning. When she stopped, she kind of let those reins feed out through her hands a little bit. Is that an English thing, or is that just not wanting to pull on the face? Okay.
I think that's just I don't know what I'm doing, because like that, with just switching over, I just.
Well, I think a lot of
dear
people
God.
do it too because they don't want to pull on their horse's face.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that too. We don't want him, if you do that, if you kind of give him your hands, you're teaching him to pull through his stop. We don't want to pull him to a stop, but we want to sit, relax, stop that hind end, and then if he doesn't listen, we're just going to close our fingers and hold until he stops, and then release it.
Okay.
But don't take that pressure off until he stops.
Okay.
Okay? All right, so you have to turn and get past us, so think about it first, because I'm not going to move and Lindsay's not going to move. And you can't run us over, so choose your battles. And don't look at him, look where you want to go and make it happen. Make it happen. Eyes up. Yeah, check that out. Go. 2 eyes, eyes forward, whole leg, not your calf. Make your leg long. There you go. And relax your arms right now. Yeah, we'll just go over here. So we're good with that. Okay, so no leaning back, eyes up. There you go. Ride forward, just eyes up. You can make your circle bigger if you need to.
Forward, just oh, there you go. Keep those
open. Eyes up. Stop looking at Max. Look where you want him to go. All right, let's get some energy. So go ahead and trot from your seat. Leg long. You're already scrunching up your leg. Bend that elbow and push. Go. There you go. Leg long. You're all scrunched. Long leg. There you go. And don't tighten your reins. We need to talk about that too. That whole tighten your reins before you go. Good. Leg long. There you go. Make it longer. Remember, just relax that knee. Relax it. Make it long. There you go. Eyes up. Chin up. Relax your back a bit. Good. Leg long again. All right, so you're not going to be stiff. You're going to sit, exhale, leg off, whoa. Whoa. Nice. Now, I have 2 questions. Number 1 is, and I know some other people who have ridden English who do this, and I want to know the answer. You don't do it as bad as others that I've seen do, but why do you stare at a spot like there?
Yeah, I don't know. I need to like look up.
Think about you're riding your horse forward. If your energy is right here or on your horse's neck, he's not going anywhere.
Okay.
So look up and think, I want to make a straight line to C. I'm riding to C. Or I want to ride a circle. See your tracks in this circle? When I teach, like my kids for like showmanship or patterns or stuff, I can do it. I don't know how good other people can do it, and I can explain it, and I think I'm explaining it great. But draw yourself a line. I want his feet to go right here, like you have your tracks. I would look up and think, I want his feet to go straight around these tracks. So I would be riding about 10 feet ahead. I'd be riding what's behind me, but I'd be driving him about 10 feet ahead of me. Like your tracks arc around this turn, I'd be driving him right around this turn, looking up. Looking where I want his feet to go, instead of like there.
Okay.
Okay, so think where you want his feet to go. Now, my other question is, when you have any kind of upward speed, you collect your reins. Okay?
Yeah.
And I know that's what you all do.
Yeah.
When you do that, you're slowing them down.
Okay.
You shouldn't have to. Have one length of rein. You can adjust as you needed, but not for an upward transition, because if you tighten your reins, you're slowing him down.
Okay.
So just push your hands forward a tad and just drive him forward.
Okay.
Okay, try it again. Go ahead and trot again. Eyes up, draw your line, look where you want his feet to go. And relax. Relax your hands, relax your elbows. You're not showing. Right there, left leg. Whole leg, your calf. Now go ahead and trot from your seat. Lean a little forward, shoulders forward. There, leg long. Good, much better. Relax and just push him right around your circle. Draw yourself a circle. If your hands move, it's okay. You can make all the mistakes in the world right now. A little more left leg to push him. There you go. Good. Longer with your leg. And forget about that toe. Relax it. Who cares? Nobody's looking.
Your seat is holding you in the saddle, not your leg.
Relax your leg. There, relax that toe. Longer leg. There. All right. Relax and just walk. Don't pull, just breathe. Now 2 legs on or he's gonna stop. There you go, leg long. Now trot him again. Don't collect those reins. Ride from your seat. If you mess up, we fix it. Little left leg, keep it long right there. Nice. Now, think walk again. So breathe, but think forward motion. Relax your leg. There, make it longer. There you go. Now you're going to reverse him to the right. So kind of pick up that right shoulder a tad, use left leg, push him right around. More leg, longer, yeah. Stop leaning back. Get back on your circle, relax your arms. Now trot this direction. From your seat, long leg. No leaning back, shoulders a little forward. That's fine. Now lengthen your leg again. There you go. And soften those arms. There you go. There. Go. Perfect. Go. That's good. Let him kind of reach. Little right leg right here. He kind of faded out. So just ride ahead of him a hair. Keep him rounder. Relax your back and don't lean. Breathe and walk. Relax that leg. Walk. But keep walking. Relax your leg. Make it longer. All right, trot again from your seat, not your heel. Whole leg. Push him. There, push. Perfect. Leg long. Pay attention to his right side right here. Less pulling with your left hand. Don't pull down. Just lift up with your left hand a hair. Lift it up an inch. Up. There you go. And stop. Nice. That stop's getting better, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, bring him back in here for a second.
In that little bit you did, what do you feel? Do you feel like things are getting better? Can you feel yourself when you get kind of in a bind? Do you feel yourself kind of revert back to what you know? Like, what's the thought process?
Yeah, a little bit. I just need to learn to like relax. Like everything. Like
Yeah, I think that's
just
the
kind of
hardest part. Lois always says it's really easy to stiffen somebody up, but it's really hard
It
to
is.
make them relax. And that's
Yeah.
really true.
Because you want to be like this,
yeah.
or you're digging that leg in.
But it's easier when you relax.
Yeah.
So like I just need to trust that and
Yes.
just
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's like, what, like 20 years of muscle memory
Yeah.
that you have to revert, and that's the hardest part. I mean, there's still things that I do that it's like, why would you do that? You know? But it's retraining your brain and your muscles to think a different way. Like one of the hardest things too is when something goes wrong, your instinct in human nature is to get tense,
yeah.
but you should really relax. That's the, like, once you conquer that,
Yep.
It all kind of.
And the point is too, I'll keep coming back to this every single day. It doesn't matter about the saddle. The more you relax, you can create I won't say stiffen up your body. I'm not sure exactly how to say it, but you can create a frame for showing, but you should also be able to ride super relaxed.
Okay.
The more relaxed you are, the more fluid you are when you are in your equitation frame, and you won't look as stiff because it will be a bit more natural.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter the saddle you're on. It's still, you should be riding from your seat and legs. You should be driving your horse from his hind end. You should be using more body than hands.
Right.
I don't care what saddle you ride in.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
And
Doesn't matter.
Going back to that whole relaxing thing, like even from a judging standpoint, I would much rather see somebody that moves with their, like think about sitting the trot.
Yeah.
If you're really stiff sitting the trot, you are bouncing all over the place.
Yeah.
And it looks horrendous. But that relaxing allows your body to move with the horse, and you get better collection at the trot because you can pick your horse up and not make them hollow stiff.
All right, so we're going to add the back because I think the back's super important because in your discipline, how much do you guys back?
Not a lot, and normally we just pull.
Exactly. So that's why I want to talk about it. You don't want to pull your horse back. When you're pulling your horse back, they're pulling against you, and you're hollowing out their back, putting them on their front end, and they're not going to back. And when you pull and your horse won't back up, what in your English pocket of tricks do you have to fix that?
Like, what do people normally do?
Yep.
They normally like keep yanking on the horse's mouth and
Is there anything else?
kick. I mean,
Yeah.
they kind of make a scene.
Exactly. So you wanna and that's why I want to talk about it because there's a better way to back, and if your horse is stiff when you back them, there's a way to soften them up. And that's comes back to riding the body. So with Max, what you're going to do is you're going to tighten your reins, and all this is general is the only word I can think of. Not general, but you can adjust as you need to. I want you to put enough pressure on him so he doesn't move forward.
Okay.
Now that doesn't mean I want you yanking him back. It's just pressure with your hands so he doesn't move forward. And I don't want you pulling. I almost want a little bit of a lift up. And I want you to think, sit down. Now, when you back him, you also don't want to be pushing with your leg back here. You want it just a hair bit forward. And I just want your legs are out of your stirrups, so we'll just kind of use more, you can keep them out. I want you just to kind of bump your legs. Use some energy, sit deep, and think back up. And don't look at him, look up. Just bump, just kind of wave him, wave him, wave him, wave him. And think about picking up his rib cage. There, now hands down, squeeze, and ride forward. Leg long. You can breathe anytime now. Ride forward. Sit, stop. Pick up your hands an inch, sit deep and back up. Sit deep. We're not bracing, we're sitting down. The deeper you sit, the more you pick up his rib cage. See how he gets rounder?
Yeah.
If you lean back, he's gonna brace. Hands down and forward, leg on, long, push him forward. Sit, exhale, stop, sit deep, pick up, back him up again. Deep, you're picking up his rib cage, driving his hind end. Bump, but don't pull your leg back. There, hands forward, come forward. Leg a little longer. Bend your elbows. Okay, go back out and we're gonna do a bunch of transitions.